What are you doing? What do you want? What's the matter, Papa? What do you need? Hi. Oh, the Papas. Yes, the Papas. He's so pretty. Yes, he is. Go on. Outside. Go on. Oh, hello everyone. This is Shelly, Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. How are y'all doing today? It is early in the morning, sun shining through all of our curtains. I'm so excited. Oh, okay, so if you've been following, we did downsize our trailer. We were in a 25-foot trailer. We are now in a 20, I believe it's 20 feet. So it's a little smaller. And even though it's smaller, I thought we were going to be losing a lot of space, but actually there is so much storage space in here, it's crazy. We're in the process of finishing up, moving into the trailer, getting situated, making sure we have enough room. Now, the issue we have with this trailer, it was not brand new. We did have my daughter go out and check it for us because this trailer was in Houston, and of course we're in San Antonio, so she happened to find something for us. It was a reasonable price. She looked at it, and she doesn't really know what to look for as far as a trailer, and there are several issues, a couple which are big, but the condition of the trailer itself, the structure, the roof, and all that is good. We don't have water. We discovered that the water line was busted, but we thought we could just fix that water line, but it's a lot more. As we followed the line into the kitchen and into the restroom, it's a bigger issue. And then we found out that we don't have a toilet. Well, not that we don't have a toilet, there's no great black tank. So, and it's okay, you know, she didn't know what to look for, so it's whatever. And it's all stuff that we can do workarounds with. We're going to be, while we're working, we're going to be in a campsite that has full hookup. So it's got water, it's got electricity, it's got all that. It's going to have a shower house, so we're not too worried about the water situation in here just yet. We figure we just go out there, you know, do that job, get what we need, and then with some of that money, we'll have somebody help us figure out if we can run a water line in here, fix the restroom, because there is water damage above the shower, which looks more like they didn't take care when they were showering in there, because it's different showering in an RV versus when you're at home. You can't just run the water the whole time. You can't splash water everywhere. Everything in the trailers, especially the older ones, and when they're first manufactured, everything is paper thin. The plywood that they use in here it literally is like paper. And so you have to take care with moisture and water and all that good stuff. And if there is any kind of small leak in the trailer, that just does it in for the entire trailer, because that just takes hold of some of the wood and it just deteriorates it. In Lucille, we had the front end of her had a water leak from the roof, but her cabinet structures, everything that was in the kitchen, all the cabinets, all the drawers, everything were that composite, or that it's like the pressed wood, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, the second it gets wet, it expands. So then, you know, the cabinet doors are no longer good. The cabinet themselves, the actual shelves, are no longer good if they get any water or moisture, because they start expanding. So those are the issues that we have with this trailer in the restroom. It looks like whoever owned it before us just didn't take care when they were showering, and they just splashed water everywhere. So we need to redo all that. But the problem is we don't have time. We're out of time. We have been packing up, cleaning, and we have to leave this place clean because, of course, it's not our land. And the owner wants us to have his the bays of his garage ready to be paved, because he's gonna come in here and pave the entire barn, which it's 3 bays, so it's big. So he asked us to clean everything out, even the equipment that he has in here, pull everything out and make sure that everything on the ground is picked up and clean. That way he can just have somebody come in here, clean it out, and then put down the cement or whatever he's gonna do. So we've been doing a lot. We haven't really rested. We haven't really slept. So we're looking forward to the fact that we are gonna have, what in the world is that? We're going to have at least a week. We're giving ourselves a week to get to our destination in North Dakota. So hopefully within that week, we're going to be driving about 5 or 6 hours each day. We're going to be staying at state parks because they have full hookups and shower houses. And after we get through driving, we're probably going to make a couple of meals each day. I'm trying to, at the same time, work on freezing meals for us, because once we get to North Dakota, we're going to be working 10 to 12 hour shifts, days in and out, and for a whole month. And I already know I don't feel like cooking. So however many small meals we can get that we just need to warm up, and we don't have to actually be cooking out there. What in the world is this? There's like a hair or something, or fiber. It's bothering me. Sorry. The less I have to cook, the better for me. And two, it's going to be very cold out there. So it's going to be hard being outside for a prolonged period of time. I don't know how cold. I don't know if it gets like bitter cold or what, but it's going to be cold, and they told us it's cold. So we'll see what's going to happen and how we're going to adapt to that. Regardless, we're doing this. I mean, however the weather is, whatever is going on, cold or hot or whatever, we're doing this. We need this to get us going and to get to the next step of what we want. So, yeah, today is pretty much finalizing moving in. We're getting our camper toilet in today. That's going to be our workaround for our restroom until we can get everything fixed. Water situation, like I said, there's going to be water there, so we have that figured out. Showers, we got that figured out. It's almost like living in a van, because in vans, a lot of the van lives, they don't really have dedicated water lines and things like that. Some of them do, but their water tanks are so small, they have to constantly fill up. So it all ends up being the same thing. So as long as we can get there and we can have the hookups there, our electrical works. And I'm so excited because we actually have overhead lights in here. So I have that little light right there above the kitchen, and then I have this one here. We have to fix this one because it fell. And then I also have a light in the restroom. I have this one here. We're not going to worry about it. It's not working. And of course the ceiling, moisture has got in here, so we need to fix the ceiling. We're probably just going to take this that material down. It's like a cloth material, and just kilts the top for now. And like I said, we don't have time to do any kind of major repairs right now. We'll have to do it later. For the most part, the structure of the trailer is really, really good. So the other issue we have is we have a dedicated refrigerator in here that's in the wall, but it doesn't work. It sounds like it wants to, but again, we just don't have time to jack with it. So we bought us another refrigerator, and we're taking our little freezer. We have a little bitty, almost a 5 cubic foot freezer, a very tiny one. It'll help us, just keep some kind of meals and meat in there to help us along the way. The little fridge is going to keep, most of our fruits and vegetables and things like that safe and cool and away from all the little critters that are in here. I already have either mice or rat in here. Where we are next to the forest, we cannot keep them out. We put down glue boards, we put down traps, we got the little rodent things, and you can't keep them out enough. And We even have snakes around here that are always taking them, and we can't keep them out no matter what. And it's frustrating because now I have to figure out where we're going to be up there and what's going to be the situation, and if we're going to still be dealing with rodents. You have to have everything in either hard plastic or glass containers, because they're just going to get through anything that's paper or plastic. So it has to be in some kind of container that's not going to allow them to chew through it. So you're talking about toilet papers, you're talking about cotton swabs, you're talking about everything you can think about in the restroom that they're going to get to that needs to stay sanitary. You have to put it in some kind of container strong enough that the mice and the rats can't get to it. So on top of everything else, we're doing all that now, and it's a little frustrating, but we're starting with a lot. But as we travel, we're going to need all of this, and little by little it's going to get less and less, because it's food, it's spices, it's dry goods, canned goods, things that are going to help us cook meals faster. Now, if you know us and you've been following, this is going to be a big deal for us, because we typically eat a little bit healthier, a little bit cleaner, and a little bit fresher. So we always have fresh fruits and vegetables, especially fruit. CJ eats melon, watermelon, peaches, apples, bananas by the tons. So we just cannot keep enough in here right now before we leave. We're going to have to. We see us doing shopping trips whenever we get some kind of downtime. We're going to have to find a grocery store and get fresh fruits and vegetables, because I'm a vegetable person. I love salads. He likes fruit salads. So that there's going to be no way around it. We just don't have enough refrigerator space like we did before. We had a small residential refrigerator before, and now we're down to one of those little bitty compact mini fridges. And like I said, we have the freezer, but you can't put your fruits and vegetables in there and be able to eat them all the time. So yeah, that's just going to be us having to do shopping trips a little bit more often, when before our biggest thing was we were trying not to do shopping trips as often, because it was taking us 30-40 minutes to get to a grocery store from here. And I'm sure it's going to be that way over there, but it's just one of the things that we're going to have to deal with out there. Maybe we can make friends and we can do community shopping trips or something, I don't know. That would be great. That way, whenever somebody's going to the store, if I can just jump in and, go with them or whatever, cool. But we'll see how things go. What else? Oh yeah, it just this trailer, the way it is, and the fact that it has kitchen and a dinette and an actual bed and the restroom and a closet and curtains and windows that open and lights, it just feels more homey in here. And I think that's what we really need on this trip, since we're going to be working so much. We just needed to feel homey. We haven't had a home in over 2 years, and Lucille was great. The big trailer was great, and we were able to have a lot of things in there. The only issue we had with her is there was no cabinet or storage space. She was basically gutted out. There was the restroom, there was the area where we had our bed, and then across from the bed there was an area that had shelves on it that we made into our closet, and that just got packed to the gills. And it felt so confined in there, because it was literally right on top of, we had maybe like a foot in between that closet space and our bed to get to the restroom. And it just made everything feel so closed in. And then in the kitchen, we didn't have any shelves other than the 3 little compartment shelves above the kitchen, and then the 2 cabinets underneath the sink, which we didn't put a lot of stuff in there because, number one, it was dark, damp, and scary with all the scorpions. So I just put like the big pots and pans and bulky stuff, and then we had the stove and the oven, and of course there was stuff in there, but it just, oh, excuse me, it just didn't feel homey because there wasn't storage space and it wasn't defined areas. It was just a big open space. Oh, hot coffee. So, that's where we are. It feels a little bit better in here. It feels a little bit more homey. And we're, like I said, we're on our last few days getting ready to leave, cleaning up. Starting today, we're going to start cleaning the barn, finishing up, taking everything up to the house that needs to be put in the house. He has some tools still down here, the owner, so we need to get those tools up to his house, put them in the garage, lock everything up. His farm equipment, like the tractor and the Ranger that we've been using, we need to get those cleaned and locked up and put away, stored for him. And there's still a lot to do, but it's not horrible. So between CJ and I, I'm pretty sure we can get everything done before we leave. We kind of just want to chill out on Saturday. I know they wanted to do a little grilling or cookout or whatever, and hopefully we can do that and be ready to chill out and relax, because we're planning, the plan is to leave early Sunday morning between 4:35, get on the road. We're trying to avoid, traffic and all this other stuff, and make as much headway before it gets too hot. And hopefully the first day we can get to Oklahoma. We're trying to get to his best friend's place in McAllister. So hopefully we can get there midday and, be with them for a little while, hang out that evening. And then we're going to get on our way up to Grafton, North Dakota from that point. So we'll see how it goes, guys. And we'll document as we travel and see things and see what's going on out there. I've never been really out of Texas. I've been to Mexico for a little while, but I've never been anywhere else in the U.S. So we'll see what's going to happen. Love you guys.